Now, interest. Oh, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. We're in the Sabbath. Now, watch this. Adar started. The Adar started in near the timing of a Sabbath day. That is quite interesting. You know, on the first day of Adar, the plague of the darkness happened in Egypt. Started on the first day of Adar. In Adar, I looked up. It says is turning sorrow into joy. That Adar is a month is known for doing that kind of thing. All right, but the topic of this message, oh yes, well, I was doing some quite interesting research on this event that happened in the school. It's a horrible thing, you know, to the victims that happened, and this looks like one of those another ones of the, you know, to me, create the villain, but really the villain is not about doing it. That if you do some research on that situation, you be shocked, or those that are in darkness will believe whatever the television will put out there, but this looked like one of those creepy situations of what's really happened and what it was all about at that shooting. It was interesting. But the topic of the message is a very important idea everybody should have if they're going to really truly be about looking for something, searching for something, that is not searching for whatever, you know, which is the mindset of too many people, that you search for whatever is in front of you concerning that this world system has influenced so many lies throughout human history. To trust anything that, you know, is put out there should be ridiculous. But no, it's people are unfortunately lazy in their pursuit of truth. I mean, if I could tell that they're lazy because they didn't find Jesus Christ. See, I hope you got it, because he's the truth. If you go after the truth, you should be looking at Jesus right there. But anyway, the thing is talk about the reality of the quest to question. Now, I was talking in a bar. I'm hanging out in a bar with my friend Jerry. I was hanging out in the bar, and I was talking to him about certain things, and he was like, "Man, I'm like, I don't really want to go there. You know, I don't really want to venture out to think something like that. You know what I'm saying? That is really majority of most people have the problem to question things that are around them beyond everybody's viewpoint of it. You know what I'm saying? You're just staying in the zone of everybody else. Well, everybody else think that. Well, everybody else think this, and what everybody else think that. Let me follow everybody else in their perception. And here's the thing. And like I did a message about the okay. You know what I'm saying? Like when you get information on television or radio or anywhere else, we say okay, and with inside ourselves, and what happens, we have accepted information to deem to be true, and we hold on to that okay on the basis of because it resonate to us concerning as the normal life that, or the average life that we live, because it resonate to the average person. Now it's supposed to be somewhat true, you know, is what unfortunately a lot of people has that viewpoint. And with that viewpoint, the thing is, you will only question as much to that level of whatever you trying to find concerning an answer. You're going to question, like, for instance, that situation that happened the shooting? You know, where was this person at? Where was the mother? Where was the principal? Where was the students? You will question to find out what really happened in that spectrum, but you're not going to question from a higher viewpoint spectrum to see if there could be any mischief from other sources to may have conspired something to happen. Is and the true bad guys will get away. You know what really aggravates me about this situation, that I always get aggravated by when a tragedy and bad thing happen. You know, where is the Christians that's going to say, oh, the devil, is, deceiving a lot of people, and evil spirits are manipulating people's minds to make them do bad things and harsh things? Where is the church voice in that kind of spectrum? You know what I'm saying? That people, that we're supposed to be about understanding that there are higher, that those forces are out there that are influencing people to do negative things. But it's like the world system, they be like talking about, well, this person, was responsible of raising this child, but this child end up, going the wrong direction, and we need to help get this person to a psychiatrist, or man-made solution to make the solution right, And it's like you see it and you just shake your head. It's like, are you serious? But we as a church, we know that we have an adversary, and that's the devil in his kingdom of darkness. And we supposed to be about exposing to make people see this kind of, person is a part. He plays a part of the role of it happen. He may not play the whole part to force the guy to do what he did, but he played a part of deceiving the person to do that. And people are not going to get on that quest to question, because this is a spiritual quest. You know what I'm saying? And they will get on a natural quest to find answers out in a natural world. And the thing is too many people are on the wrong quest of trying to find true answers to situations, because everybody's wondering, what if it's going to happen to another school? It's going to happen to me. It's going to happen over here. Something bad is going to happen over there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, see, that leads to panic. That leads to worry. That leads to fear. You know what I'm saying? And fear, like I said, is one of the most, dangerous things to have when you live in a world that has a lot of bad things going on around it. And we're not supposed to be living in a fear. If we're going to live life, we're supposed to be living in awareness of understanding what's really happening and identifying what's happening really spiritually, and to question that spectrum. And it's like people, are in, and watch this, if you don't question that spectrum of spiritual, you're not going to make a spiritual decision. You know what I'm saying? One thing I learned about the really deception that Satan uses people, people that in darkness think they're making a decision. Like when a person come to the place that they want to commit suicide, they think that they're making a natural decision, like, oh, it's just getting rid of me out of this world, and nobody's not going to think anything of it. Nobody doesn't really care about it, so I just might as well take my life. You know what I'm saying? It's what a person's mindset thinks in the natural. But he doesn't understand that, wait a minute, there's a lot of people that love you. There's a lot of people that care for you. There's a lot of people that wants you to find a way to resolve the situations that are going on in your life. They're not going to go on a quest to question that. They're just going to accept what their mindset is at right now, and they find themselves, making a terrible decision. And terrible decisions, I learned, are from not getting on a quest to question, because people just settle, like I said, for whatever information that is given to them by negative people and by people that are not influenced properly, growing up, and they are getting their information from all of these negative resources, that are on an agenda, and they're not they don't have a desire to get on a quest to question beyond what is given to them. That will lead to that's what leads to problems and more problems, because people don't see no need to question beyond the influence that's given to them. And we need to be aware as Christians. We should be questioning, as what I do, Matt Johnson, the reality is all about. Matthews 13:15. You know what I'm saying? They have eyes, but they can't see. They have ears, they can't hear. Neither do they understand in their heart. They're not understanding to question, why is this? Why is that? And why is this that I'm going to, as what, Fred say on Scooby-Doo, get to the bottom of this? You know what I'm saying? See, we're not trying to get to the bottom of a lot of things that are going on in our life to really find out what's really going on, to solve things and not keep bad things continually happening, because we're not really trying to find out really what's wrong with it. We're trying to just endure it. And it's interesting, I had a conversation with somebody in the bar one time, and I could hear their complaints. They're complaining about my wife did this, and my wife is doing with this, she's I could hear them bringing out the negative aspects that are happening in their day. You know what I'm saying? And they just trying to cope and deal with it some kind of way. Unfortunately, needing alcohol to exist. And it's sad, the stuff, what they talk about, and how they trying to find something right of what they think it's supposed to be, and that is not a good spectrum to question things if you really want to find a way to resolve situations. We have to get on a quest to question beyond the spectrum, because as I talked to these people at the laundromat, I told them, said, the error of this world is supposed to motivate us to question beyond it. You know what I'm saying? If we go to a Pizza Hut, and that you go there and they say, can I order a pizza? Say, oh, we don't sell pizzas. We only make cheeseburgers. And then you make cheeseburgers? I thought you was Pizza Hut. Say, no, we make cheeseburgers. You want a cheeseburger? And you're like, okay, I'll get a cheeseburger. And then you get a cheeseburger, and then you eat it, and it's good, and you come back there again, say, can I get a pizza? Like, no, we're going to get cheeseburgers. It's like, you said cheeseburger. Well, why you call Pizza Hut? See, you see that you question because you went there and you see that it's supposed to sell pizza, but it keep giving you cheeseburgers. And yeah, the cheeseburger tastes good, but you questioning that this doesn't make sense. I'm at Pizza Hut and you give me a cheeseburger. That is what I'm talking about. That we're supposed to get on that quest to question. Like people this day, they will ignore the ideal, this error that is around them, and just settle for it and continue, like I'm saying, to get cheeseburgers from Pizza Hut. They'll keep buying those cheeseburgers at Pizza Hut and not caring that this place is supposed to be serving pizza. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of stuff that we're supposed to question stuff going on around us, that if we want to make sense of life and live life concerning what it's supposed to be all about, we have to do. But if you don't get on that quest, it's going to be, you're going to live a life with a bunch of foolishness. It's foolish to try to continue to go to Pizza Hut getting cheeseburgers. That's what I'm saying. But that's the message. I hope you understand what's important to get on a quest to question in the world we live in, because, let the error speak for itself in so many ways, shape, or form out there is ridiculous. All right, that's the message. Hope you got it. God be the glory. Forever and ever in Jesus' name. Amen.